only on for my sweet 16.
Yeah, so you knew he was gay, right?
Not that mother, the other one.
No, I know that, but that's your aunt.
Yeah?
Oh, I have an idea! Let's start the fucking show!
Let's start the
We'll start the show.
I don't know,
The woman is mad. Don't get a vagina angry, it'll eat people. Out loud like a mantra.
You wake up in the morning, you're like,
Vagina mad, it'll eat someone.
I've got the mind of a child and the body of a linebacker. Kyle Kit!
I was bitten by a werewolf and all I got was chlamydia karma rectal.
I started the season with a UTI and I'm ending it with bronchitis. Month, I kind of want with
And welcome to Tea Time!
A Max Cockburn production.
Where we talk about
Or
anyone
anything we want.
and where audience participation is allowed.
But not encouraged. Because we are fierce.
Ferocious!
and funny. I'm like 11 for 11 and not figuring out what the F word's gonna be. Every single time I've had it.
That's the PH.
That's not stupid. There it is. Dyslexia is rearranging letters that are already present, not bringing in several more. I can't wait to watch you attempt Scrabble.
You should see how he spells pneumonia. He heard there was a silent P, but he did not put it where it belongs. I don't give a shit, I make myself laugh. Because you know pneumonia is spelled P.
Oh my God, stop.
In
Have you seen that someone is dressed as you keeping score of us right now?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Sponsored by the real Mackay. Now, so you know how you get mad that often when we come out here to do this show, Kyle decides to reminisce and pontificate on his upbringing.
Yes.
And
And you also know that we have like the second tea time in the absinthe garden where you're not there to keep us, you know,
In line.
absolutely.
Last weekend, if we would have done this before, Tea Time 2 happened. You were gone, you were busy, you were taking down a kingdom. Of Legos. Not the format of the day. Not at all. Enjoy your wishes. But all of a sudden, it was at minute 44, and we went, well, we've got to get a disaster piece. And someone from the left
This
goes,
hateful old bastard.
just goes, you gonna introduce yourself and start the show? And the entire audience had let us go. We never once said what it was. We just kept going.
45 minutes we talked, and then at the end they're like, you didn't start it. Those weren't billable hours.
And like, I don't know how many of you, this is your first time to the show, maybe it's your first season seeing the show. We're not acting at all. This is literally how we are in real life. Last night, we went out to dinner, and I think like 6 or 7 times, I was like, okay, can you go back like 3 stories ago and finish that story? Because now we've truly lost the plot. And we just kept going, and my poor assistant, he's playing Tobias Highgate today. One of the other directors was with us, and he was just, I kept looking back as he was in the back of the car, and he was just sitting there going,
Kyle telling a story is like falling asleep on a bus. You miss the stop, and then you wake up and go, I guess I'll catch the next one. And you're like, you're safe, you're gonna get to a destination.
But there might be a weird old man that sits beside you. You know?
Why did that sound like when people are like, you're not walking alone, there are 2 sets of footsteps on the beach. There's only one, Jesus is a predator. In like the animal sense, not the way some of you went, because I felt a way some someone went, oh, over here, and I meant like animal predator, not like, you know.
This is where he carried you, and that is where he dropped you.
It's weird. Your places are like, yeah, right next to each other.
They're literally on top of each other.
You're like, oh, he tried.
God shouted at him to live with his knees and on his back, but he didn't listen. Dropped you right back in the baptismal pond.
Oh, yeah, I tried to deadlift all of it for you to see in the kitchen.
He's dense.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. I'm very strong. If you get it wrong.
Now, I have a question.
Oh God.
Well, no, I told you about this. Because, you know, despite this lovely August weather we're having.
I'm genuinely pissed off.
Yeah, it's supposed to be noble's revenge, not peasant summer.
Yeah.
My taint is moist.
It's good news for him though, because like those little tablets that grow into dinosaurs in water, it'll start to get bigger.
Oh, but if it dries out, it's like a shrinky dink. You got no worries about seeing anything of mine you don't want to see.
I think what he just confessed out loud is that his nether regions, much like when they take the shoes off the Wicked Witch of the East, do this.
Could you imagine? I'm like, I nut, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm sorry, it's not personal, it just does this. Like, it's not.
And someone looked at it and was like, oh, it's not like black and white stripes, sandworm or witch's foot.
Wait, what's the question?
Well, no, it was because it's the spooky season,
Right.
and I was thinking,
that's right, you did.
I was thinking, you know, because our shtick is horny and frightening.
You have that frightening pretty handled.
And what, we each have equal custody of the horny? You were walking up the hill, and in between gas you went, oh, I am worked up today.
Horny, frightening.
And for them, that makes they're like scaroused. Yeah. I was gonna say, which Halloween horror entities would you have sex with? Yeah! Come on. That's a great question, right? I open it up to everything. We could like stick it like, is it like, you know, like ghosts? Because like, I don't know, maybe one of the uncles from Casper. I don't know. But like, we'll pick one and we each give an opinion. Because alright, we'll start with Jason. We'll start Friday the 13th. Jason Voorhees.
He could rummage my crystal lake, you know what I mean? He could take up camp and there it is. But you have to keep the mask
Sounds
on.
like you were stopping an insurance.
But you have to keep the mask on.
Absolutely.
But you like the terror of being killed
the
afterwards.
screen guy.
Oh, Ghostface!
Listen, don't be too excited. You're gonna tell us something we don't want to.
Tissue!
The game is running away.
It's starting to spread! It's starting to spread!
It's like a sexual juggling act.
No!
But no, that's, you know, like the screen guy. So,
Ghostface!
I know that's why I didn't do this. How many of you are in here are like, in some way, shape, or form?
Wait,
You didn't have to tell
way
us.
straight up.
So, but on what I call, it's some people call it, it's usually
Just say it.
gay Twitter. There's this thing around Halloween. There are two things that happen sort of congruently, and you can stop me if I'm lying. One of them is that there is a certain contingent of men who like to, I'll just say it, fuck pumpkins. Runs up those hills.
We were talking about you!
Oh. Oh, so sorry, Your Majesty. You interrupted me talking about pumpkin fucking.
So since we have you, Your Majesty, yes. Queen Elizabeth, Regina Gloriana, God save the Queen.
Yes. Did you get makeup?
it.
He's got asthma and I've got eating disorders, but you're happy about that one?
Nothing like getting a shot of albuterol midday.
It's easier to say, oh, you take my breath away, not, oh, you take my lunch away, you know?
Your Majesty, before this one brought up his butternut squash, we were living it for a little bit, you'll get it. Now, we were talking about which horror genre icons
Listen,
you
I
take
don't
to
need
bed.
to speak for Her Majesty, but given her track record, I would probably guess a werewolf.
Now, wait a minute, there's that evil leprechaun from Leprechaun.
It's a 15-50 shot.
Yeah.
But then would you?
Yeah, who would you take?
Not that you would think of such things with your regally mind.
Oh, yeah. The
Oh,
last
yeah.
thing you're thinking about is dirty, smutty things.
Dragon 6.
Just smooth brain Reggie over here.
Alright, well, who would it be?
I don't know. I'm not well versed in scary.
Okay, well, I'm gonna throw out a couple.
Throw out a couple, yes.
So we see, we had Jason from Friday the 13th, Michael Myers, Ghostface, but then I guess you have to pick which one.
You said yes to Ghostface.
Wait, what about like Chucky?
The Blob.
All right, Michael Myers.
Who said that?
Oh, did I say Michael
Wait,
Myers?
is there one that's a little like, I don't know, a little more animalistic?
The Babadook.
The Wolfman!
The Wolfman.
Oh yeah. Thanks, George.
See,
Alucard. The Blob.
Alucard.
What the fuck, a what?
Trevor.
Real
The
talk?
son of Dracula.
Son of Dracula.
Don't scream at me like that shit.
Dracula is my pick. Yeah. I got a lot of neck and not a lot of, never mind.
Okay, so wait.
It's prime real estate there.
You know what they say, Your Majesty, your network is your net worth.
You say that,
Hey, Jim said that.
So you've kind of got like a bite and compulsion fetish.
I don't want to, well...
You want to be chewed on and told what to do.
Like shit and come on her tits.
Hey, Kyle.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Turn around.
No, what are you gonna do to me?
This is the MC of the Perfect Project.
At least I wasn't snooty, you big bitch.
People have been through enough.
Kind of facially wanted.
Stole?
My God, but you know what happens?
It's a gift.
Just like gremlins, when you get that thing wet, it multiplies.
Oh my god, the shrinky big thing's happening.